Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the King's Head. Put your hands together for your host, Nick Hill. Oh, look at this lovely room. And is there actually anybody? Well, I know there is a few, but just anybody under the age of 50? What? I love this demographic. I've got to be honest. This is, I don't know, each month the age limit just seems to go up and up, which is, I've got to be honest, I think if a coach pulled up outside with Saga, 85% of this audience would probably get on board, wouldn't they? That's the way it would be. Are we all well? Yeah. Good. So welcome to the King's Head. My name's Nick Hill. I'm your MC. This is a monthly gig. I think quite a lot of you have been here before, but just a show of hands, who's never been? Oh, one or two, many at this end, one a few. So what we do for the new people is just a tradition, and everyone's gone through it. Just one by one, they just stand up and introduce themselves to the crowd. So we might as well start with you, because if you just stand up for a moment, young lady. Yeah, that's great. And what's your name? Oh, Sam. And are you from the locality? So you very rich, or just? And what do you do, Sam? Oh, well, we're not going to take the piss out of you, then, are we? Surprised you're not on strike already, to be honest. That's great. Sam, in the 12 months doing this gig, you're the second person only that's stood up, so well done. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, this is really nice. And so you've got just the format of the evening. In case you don't know, you've got three fantastic acts on tonight. And one of the acts, and I'm not going to tell you which one, but she's just finished doing tour support for Joe Lycett at Wembley. And you've then got her here in our nuclear bunker at Cirencester, which is great. So we've got three acts on, and there'll be a break after each act. So first act will come, then we'll have a break, then your middle act will break, and then your headliner. And I've been asked to tell you all there is a charcuterie available for £10. I'm from Gloucester, so I have no idea what that is. Is it just bread and cheese? Is that what it is? It's just a posh version of bread and cheese. So that's available. You can order it at the bar. In the unlikely event of a fire, we just need to tell you to either back out through the main door, or failing that, this door at the end, and that will take you up into a car park, and then you'll avoid getting burned to death, and that'll be fun. So that's good. So it was nice watching you come in, because you came in quite early, didn't you? 7:15, and you went to get the drinks, and she wouldn't have one because she wanted a wine and she was waiting for you. What was that about? Why did you have to wait for him to get a wine? Why didn't you make him buy you a drink?
I did.
Not you, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the lady next to you.
Yeah, I did.
You did, because you said, he offered a drink, and you said, no, I want a wine, I'll wait for him. Is this your other half?
Yes, it is.
So he's loaded, is he? Is that what it is?
No, he's been moaning about the price of the
Well, let's get this into the open, shall we? You've been moaning about, how much was it?
I don't know, I'm just drinking.
You're just
I'm on
drinking.
my second, so all good.
Yeah, we went to the, celebrate our anniversary a couple of weeks ago, we went to the Ivy in Chum. £9 a glass of Prosecco.
There's £8 here.
Not that you're bitter. Really. That's great. You came in quite early, didn't you? Sort of table down here, and you were wondering where to sit, but then you went and found it, and I really knocked into you and bumped your drink out your hand, and then is it Sam at the back? Sam, is your name Sam? Sorry.
Me?
No, behind you. The man behind you in the blue. Stu. Because you came in with your wife and you bumped into your mate and he was pleased to see you and you went, oh, this is my wife, thanks. And just moved on. Which is that's what blokes do, isn't it, when they introduce, this is my wife. So that was nice, and then we've got my lovely couple at the end who, you stood up, didn't you, the other week, or the other month, and there you go, see. So you're in fairly good company. She fell for it as well. which was shocking. And then we've got, oh yeah, you sort of came in and then you were wandering up and down to the bar and stuff, not knowing quite what to do, were you? And is this your mum and dad?
No, it's not.
It's not.
No, I knew exactly what I was doing.
No, you didn't. You didn't look like you did. So is it not really your mum and dad?
It's not.
So who is it? You just some random strangers you found in the street,
Yeah, that's
homeless,
what I
and
do.
thought, I'll drag them
I
into
thought I'd take them on a night out.
the comedy night, and this poor gentleman on the end thinking, shit, what the hell's going on? I was supposed to be at Whist tonight, but I've ended up here. This is great. So since the last gig, we've had some interesting things happen. We've got a new Prime Minister. Don't know how long that's going to last. What else happened? Last week, and I was so pleased I did it. I just hosted an evening with Frank Bruno. Yeah, it was great. It was really good. I was really pleased to do it. And he's a smashing bloke. Wasn't quite sure how it was going to go, because when I got the call, I said, oh Nick, can you just do 10 minutes when Frank's on? Yeah, or when he was going to come on. And then it was, oh actually, do you want to do the interview as well? So yeah, might as well. I'll do that in for penny for pound. And it was all scripted questions, so that was fine. And me and Frank got on all right. And I asked him a question about his relationship with Harry Carpenter. And he was like, oh, you look like Harry Carpenter with big glasses on. Oh, thanks, Frank. That's brilliant. And then afterwards, we opened it up to the audience. And most of the questions were fine. And then one bloke sort of at the back said, how much money did you give to your ex-wife when you got divorced? Yeah, that changed the atmosphere. I thought Frank was going to get off the stage and knock him out. And then another bloke, just sort of where you were sitting, said, oh Frank, in your time in boxing, how much money do you think has passed through your hands? Again, just what sort of question is that? But if anyone tonight feels like you want to ask questions, that's fine. You'll heckle or do whatever you shout out. But you're quite reserved in science, that's right, really. You're quite... Sorry. And the other thing I found out, and so I've been doing this gig probably, 12 months now. This build, I didn't know this, but I was just Googling some interesting facts about Cirencesters today. That didn't take long, I've got to be honest. And nothing happens, honestly, nothing seems to happen in Cirencester that's really bad. But this building is one of the most haunted in the town. Did you know that?
Yes.
You knew it? Nobody's mentioned that before. Was it meant to be a faceless monk?
Yes.
That you sound quite confident in. Have you actually seen him?
No, apparently there was a chair when it wasn't how it is now. There was a big red chair in the hallway, and sometimes there would be somebody sitting in that chair.
Yeah, I think it's a fucking hotel, so it's probably to be honest, only to be expected, wouldn't it be? Yeah, it was a hotel, and in the lobby there was a chair and people used to sit on it. So,
No, not a person.
not a dog? What was it? Sitting,
No,
a ghost.
ghost.
Why can be sitting in the chair in the King's Head in Cirencester? You never know. What I thought I'd do tonight, just something different, and what sparked it was, again, just looking around the demographic. I come from an age where I grew up in the 60s and 70s with, original, proper TV comedians, and used to hear lots of jokes. And I don't know, it just seems to me now we don't hear jokes anymore. In the workplace, do people hear jokes? No. And I had a couple this week, and what I've done is, and it's a bit of a challenge, on a couple of the tables, I think at the end, there's a piece of paper. I think you might have one on that table, there might be one on that table, one on that table, and one on that table. And there's 50 headlines on it, okay? So the challenge is, they're all jokes, they're just a sort of punchline to a joke. So you can choose any number, and if I can't tell you what the joke is, I'll buy you a drink to the value of £5. Is that okay? But if I tell you the joke, you've got to promise me that you will donate £5 to the charity of your choice over the weekend. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So, and by the way...
There's 4 of us on this table, though. That's going to cost you 20 quid.
Is it fun? It's not. No, it's one drink. It's one drink for the person asking the question. So, have you got the jokes there? Have you got the tape right? So you can pick a number. Pick a number, just tell me what the punchline says. and then I'll tell you the joke. And obviously, if the joke's no good, it's his fault, not mine.
Number 49.
And what does it say?
Pencil behind it.
Pencil behind it.
And I'll quite happily give a fiver.
Would you? Okay. Oh, that's gone off. So this bloke's working on a building site, and he accidentally cuts his ear off, and they take him to hospital, and he's there, and the surgeon said, right, it's not a problem, we've got your ear, and what we can do is we can sew it on. And he said, can I have a look at it? He went, yeah, there you go. No, it's not mine. He said, well, of course it is. He said, no, it's not my ear. He said, what do you mean it's not my ear? He said, well, that can't be my ear, because my ear had a pencil behind it. Not my fault, that's down to him. That's down to him. Take off, I'll tell you what, we've got to take it down the end. You should have a piece of paper down there. Who's got the paper down that end? With the, no, not that one, that's for the email, sorry, that's reminding you. Right. Perhaps it's the table 51, there isn't a 51. Oh no, you've got one down this end. Pick a number, any number will do.
25.
And what's the wording on it? I'm not that psychic.
Don't be none.
Who?
Don't be none.
Oh, okay. So, 7 dwarfs sitting having dinner. What have you been up to today, Dopey? Oh, I shagged a nun. You what? I shagged a nun. No, you didn't. You couldn't. Oh, I did. Dopey, you haven't shagged a nun. I have. And he was going on and on. They said, right, tomorrow we'll go to the convent and we'll just see. So the next day, all the 7 dwarfs hiding behind the wall, they send Dopey up, he knocks on the door. Sister comes out, what do you want? Have you got any little nuns in there? She said, well, Sister Agnes is about 4'8". No, smaller than that. Sister Mary's she's probably 4 foot. No, little, really little nuns. She said, no, we haven't got any little nuns. She said, you have? She said, you must have. She said, look, we haven't got any little nuns in here. Stop wasting my time. Just go away. She slams the door. And he goes back up, gets the other side of the wall. And they're like, well, no, there's no little nuns in there. What? No little nuns at all? No little nuns. Dopey shagged the penguin. Not my fault. I didn't choose it. Should we do one more? I'll tell you what. This is the joke I heard this week, and I love this joke. This old bloke goes into the pub, and the pub's been shut for about 8 weeks. So he goes in, and he's like, "Oh, you're the new landlord." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, what? So what have you done to the place?" He said, "Oh, we've had a new carpet, a new bar, new lighting." He said, "Yeah, it looks nice." "What about the snuff that used to be on the bar?" He said, "The snuff?" He went, "Yeah, the old landlord used to have snuff because me and my mates have been coming in here for 50 years and he always had snuff on the bar. And we're coming in tonight, there's about 20 of us and we're expecting some snuff on the bar." I said, "Oh, Jesus, all right." So the landlord's thinking, I can't get snuff at this time of day. So he goes out into the yard and he finds some dog shit. And he brings it in and he dries it and he crumbles it and he puts it into little jars and he puts it on the bar. And the bloke comes in 6 o'clock. "Oh, you got the snuff?" "Yeah." He said, "Try some." "Oh." Can you smell dog shit?" And the man said, "No." He said, "Well, you must be able to. Can't you smell that?" "No." His mate walks. He said, "Bert, come here. He said, "What is it?" He said, "Can you smell dog shit, Bert?" He's like, "No." He said, "Try some of that stuff. That'll clear your nose." "Oh, that is good stuff. I can smell it now." I thought that was great. I've got to be honest. So, it's £5 for you, isn't it, to charity? That's great, and £5 down that end. Charity of your choice, that's absolutely fine. So, now we'll whip you up into a height of comedy frenzy. Are you ready for your first act? Yeah! Okay. I am delighted this young lady's here. I've gigged with her many times. I think you're going to absolutely love her. She is fantastic. Her name is Lindsay Santoro. Please make her very welcome and give it up for the wonderful Lindsay Santoro!